All right. I should have cleaned these glasses off. All right. Shalom, and shalom. Sister Deborah coming with a message. And this message is going to be about why do truth hurt? Maybe someone got the answer out there. And if you do, pin it up in the live. Why do truth hurt? Why? I look at this here and I think about how long we've been living a lie. And it didn't hurt us at all, did it? You know how long we've been living lies, y'all? And I'm not just talking about outside your household, inside your household. If you could really sit down with the elders of your family and say, why do truth hurts? In a way that they are willing to sit down and tell you the truth and no more lies. It hurt. But why? Why would you say truth hurt? For so long we can say being here in our land of our captives, but to know the truth behind it all. I'm not talking about the lie and the lies, the deception. You know what else is greater? Is to know the truth that rests in each and every one of our families. To sit down with those elders and hear them tell us the truth once and for all. Let's say, for instance, at a family reunion. Just tell the family the truth of the hidden information of Pawpaw and Granny and great Pawpaw and great Granny and great on down. To just sit down and tell the truth. It would hurt. Because I believe, without a doubt, we've been living off lies. Lies on our left and lies on our right. Lies that's right before us today. And lies that was in the back of us yesterday. And we just took those lies and continued to live off those lies. And you know why you lived off of it? Because you didn't have the truth. So you couldn't hurt. So you lived off the lie. And it made you feel good. That's what we're going to talk about today. Why do truth hurt? To me, to learn about yesterday in itself bring a sorrow to one today. Only and only when you learn yesterday truth and you bring it into today, it hurt. 99.9 might not hurt from truth. First and foremost, 99.9 don't know what truth is, let alone what truth was. So they think that they're living on truth, and they're really living on a mountain of lies. This is why they can go day after day, week after week, month after month, years after years, taking the lie and living by it, because it hurts to have to know truth. So this is why lying and deception, and this is how evil and wicked has gotten by so long. It sat back and watched people embrace, accept, enjoy, and live out lies because they figured the lie don't hurt. This is why people won't today take the truth. They don't want it in no type of shape, form, or fashion, because the lie has done them well, so they think. So they think. So why do truth hurt? I wanted to bring it away where I can really break it down, but I feel in my spirit the Father said it's no need to. Just speak that thing. And what he's saying, speak what I'm giving you in you. Because if they didn't live the lies, what you're about to say will be the hurt from the truth. First and foremost, I want to share with you all that when Yah created human beings, he gave us much. Going back to, if the truth be told, everybody in the world would have something to write down on a piece of paper. What the Most High Yah has given them. And I'm not talking about the things on the outside. I'm talking about giving you personal. Everybody can say something about what Yah has given them. When you think of how many cells are in the body and how your body is wrapped with a layer of skin that is an organ. When you think about how your eyes and your mouth and your ears is connected to your brain to where it function, so you can see and you can talk and you can hear. These are not things that we just come here and know how, or it's something mom and dad giving you. No, you guys, it's way beyond that. That's going back to what I'm saying. It would hurt to know truth. And that's what's wrong with people today. The lie is their comfort zone. The lie is their pillow. The lie in them is not just a comfort zone, it's a safe zone, so they think. This is why no one wants truth. Now, what I'm about to say to you, because I feel a niche from the Ruach HaKodesh. If man knew what truth is based on what was and what it's going to be, again, it hurt to know truth. Why do it hurt? Because they've been living the lie so long that the truth is so painful, you guys. Let me give you an example. The Spirit of the Most High Yah taught me that truth came with the breath. And the breath came with ushering in to a human, a spirit. But truth was with it. So you got the breath that came, that blew in the spirit of each and every last one of us and gave us truth. That's what Adam had in the garden. Truth. So just imagine why you hurt. You hurt because truth always been there and you've been living the lie. That's why it hurts. In spite truth being there all this time, you've been living the lie. That's why truth hurts. Because it was ever present. While you rest in the lie, the deception, the lie of safe zone. You made the lie your zone to when truth comes. Ooh, it hurts. You know why it hurts? Because he was always forever present within you. And it never got an opportunity because you insist on living the lies, not giving truth the opportunity to live out in you. Or you're going to go there, Deborah, I'm going to go all the way. I think about in the book of Romans, chapter 1, when the Spirit taught me how I put it in them, Deborah. What you put in them? Truth. So they won't have no excuse. Don't that hurt? The truth been there all that time. You don't have no excuse. You don't have no excuse today and the day of judgment. There's not going to be any excuse. That truth that rests in you also measured who you come to the earth to represent. See? That truth is not going anywhere. It was given to you. That's why it says, Adam, now become like one of us. What you mean one of us? Us knows the difference between good and evil, truth and a lie. But notice, people chose the lie, just as Adam did and Eve. They took the tree to death, then the tree to life, which is eternal. And he said, except they what? Reach over and take the tree of eternal, eat and live forever. Why is it so simple like that, Father? Why is it you wanting them to know as if it's just a hand reach? It is, Deborah. It was ever present in them. So this is why I sit back and I think about how long, Father, Yah. To me, I ask the same thing, those that are under the altar in the kingdom, saying, Father, how long? Because when I sit and I say to you all, he said, Deborah, in this day it's not important for man to see the light. So you're gonna give spirit and truth. You're gonna give the light, but from the kingdom, it's not measuring what you give if they're gonna receive it. They had truth all the time. If they didn't see it then, and it's just a hand reach within them. Don't think that I'm sending you to speak spirit and truth at the level of way I'm feeding it to you so that they may have an eye opener. No, the eyes were already open because truth always been present. Let me give you another little something. Do y'all remember the sower who sowed the seeds? Did not the seed have the word? Heard the word? Not have the word, but heard the word. How did they hear the word? Because truth was already in them. And they heard the word. But they did what? Chose to lie. The other side. So here we're going to talk about why do truth hurt? Mothers don't want to hear truth. Fathers don't want to hear truth. Grandparents don't want to hear truth. Co-workers don't want to hear truth. Your own bestest friend don't want to hear your truth. Don't want to hear truth out of you. And that don't bother y'all. You can't see that. You don't have the spirit of discerning to discern. Nobody want to hear truth coming out of you. It's because the lie lives within them. And that's all they can handle is the lie. And we're going to learn something very special about the truth that we would not have even thought this would cause one to hurt. It's not that truth hurt. It's just they didn't have lies for so long. They didn't turn lie into what is right and truth into what is wrong. Where did they turn it? How did they flip it? Just like they flip good into evil and evil into good, right into wrong and wrong into right, bitter into sweet, sweet into bitter. Easily. Why? Because they want the other side. They don't want truth, people. They don't want the things of the right. They want the things of the left. I sit back and I think about all this chaos that's going on in the world. This is why they're numb to it. Because they chose the lie over truth. So anything that's going on in this world, they're going to always go to the left, where the lies, the darkness, the wicked, the evil, the world reside. Someone pull up and try to bring them truth, they're going to swear down you're trying to kill them. That's how those who have rest their living in lies, that's how they take on, or that's not take on, that's how they feel about truth. They will kill you over speaking truth. Truth, it's almost like it's no place in the world for it. But guess what? If there's no place in the world for it, how did you end up with it? Each and every last one of us. You see what I'm saying? This is why he said they're going to be without excuse, because I put it in them, Deborah. As I began to do my little study on why do truth hurt, I realized truth speaks of the things that is the light, and darkness, it hurts their eyes to see light. It hurts their wax ears to hear truth. So people are on this earth, and we are thinking that, let me not say that. People are thinking that all these platforms are talking about spirit and truth and the light. No, baby. They're speaking the lies, that which individuals are comfortable with. That's why they can like and subscribe and support to the utmost all of those who speak in the lie. It's because the truth is too heavy. And this is why the Father say, just bring the light out of darkness. The light must be seen in this evil and wicked and dark day. 100%. Now, what I'm getting out of it, okay, the light is for you to see from the kingdom that your light is bright on the earth. Yes. It ain't about trying to get somebody to open their eyes to see and their ears to hear. Where they at is where they're going to remain. Oh, how I wish that it would have been different. That he will be willing them in the end days into the what? The light. He'll be bringing them on in. But what did he say? Great falling away. See, that's something. That's why I say a lot of us is so lost within ourselves. We have no idea that the things that is upon us right before us is not to wake people up. That's why it's no such thing as Judah being awakened. He would prefer to tell the United Snakes to let Judah go than to come to Judah and tell him to awaken. Judah can't awaken, even if he tried. So everything is pretty much exactly where the kingdom wanted it to be on the earth. Now, it's the destruction and the evil and the things that's taking place. This is what he knew. While we trying to know. This is what he knew. That's why it's important to have him living in you. So he would inform you that, hey, it's all well. I got this. I saw this. I knew this. So I want you to know it ain't nothing that's going on that I didn't know or I didn't see. You see, it takes that Holy Spirit to be in you, to bring you into alignment with truth. And when you get into the right place with truth, can't nobody tell you nothing. Why? You shouldn't want to hear nothing, because all people have is lies. The only way they want to deal with you, if you hear their lie, agree with their lie, soothe their lie, uplift their lie, agree with their lie. That's the only way they're going to receive you. Because we as the light of this world must understand we can't think that we are going to turn the world that is darkness into light. We just got to be the light. That's what day we're in. We're here just to be the light, not to turn the world into light. I know we got so many co-workers we feel we've been working with and been trying to bring them into the fold. We got neighbors and we got so many friends and bestest friends. We just ain't got them in. Let me tell you, if people would take out that much energy in how they trying to get darkness to turn into light, if they would take that much energy and that much work into trying to bring into a unity the body that is the light of the world, the servants of the Most High, trying to come into a oneness with them. But no, people thinking that they're going to have enough light to share. They're going to have enough spirit and truth to disperse to their loved ones, to their families, to their children, to their co-workers, to their neighborhood, to their community, to their places of worship. They really think that. That's another one of those lies they can't seem to shake off. Because the moment you shake all that off, then the Holy Spirit will come on in, not come in, begin to take you where you need to be spiritually, in your spirit mindset, in your heart of your spirit, your spiritual heart. Put you in the right place you need to be. But when he gets you there, you still got to be able to just stand firm on the light, not buckle up to the lies, which is the darkness, just to fit in, just to be accepted, just to be around people. I'm going to have to bend. I'm going to have to be humble and not say anything. Yes, you can be humbled in the midst of it. But the moment you get there, the thing about it, people don't understand the whole idea of what has been missing. And I believe because we haven't heard from the Holy Spirit, the true teacher. The main thing is missing is, and I'm going to tell y'all, is what's going on the whole earth are spirits. We all are a spirit. One spirit is hating the other, and we thinking it's about flesh and blood. It's beyond flesh and blood when it's spirit. Y'all didn't know that, did you? That's how Cain was able to murder Abel. You think Abel thought that Cain would have murdered him? No. Why? Because the whole hate that Cain had wasn't my brother hate. It was my spirit hate, which is worse. See, because in the flesh, I can love you. You my baby brother, you cool, you okay, we just talk, we all right. But it's what's going on in the spirit of people. When you hear of mental health, it's what's hiding in people's spirit. Let's take, for instance, me. Let's say that, okay, me. Now, I can be on here talking to you all, been on here for years and years. And I can go out and be a total different person, harm somebody, put my hands on somebody. See, you're looking at me from this standpoint. But what I'm saying, it can be another entity. Now, bring it back down, Deborah. Sister Deborah is a spirit. It's the spirit of Sister Deborah that measure her in Yah. The deception is we all take to the flesh and we believe the lies of the flesh without taking to the spiritual individual. Was it told? Yes, it was. But we didn't want the spirit realm. We want the flesh realm, the one that gives us the lies. I can turn around. Now, I ain't going to turn around, but I could be somebody that would go out there and kill up all my family. Why? Because it's my spirit. It's hate and evil and dark. It's doing what it do. While the world looking at my flesh. This is how women even get caught up with all of these men trying to have a companion. Bring them in their living, in their space. All because of their outer man. Wanting to believe the lie of who this person is in their outer man. That's my lesson to my daughter. You're going around all these people. I don't care if they are professional. I don't care if they all different nationalities. I don't care if they own business. These people that you see on the outside is not who they are. It's who they spirit are. They can be around you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and set you up on Sunday. Take your life on Monday. That's how simple and the example of Cain and Abel, people. Abel did not do anything to Cain. It was what Abel had in him that made Cain in himself hate Abel. Do you see what I'm saying? So we walk and we talk and we act and we conduct ourselves as if we measuring people from the outer and not understanding the reason why you're doing that is because you're measuring them from the outer and not from who their spirit is. You know how you know a person's spirit? Because it rolls out on the outside. But what we do, oh, that's okay. I'm just seeing things. This person is okay. That person's just so nice. This person, so many signs of who a person's spirit is comes out of their flesh. But people ignore it because they want what they want in a relationship, in a marriage, in a business partner, in a business, in a family. Look at all the different personalities we have to put on just to go around our family members. To what? To live the lie. Look how people go around on what they call pagan holidays just to what? To live a lie. You ain't seen these people all year round, but yet you're going to bring a Christmas present come December the 25th and say on it, I love you, because we switch gifts. We change gifts, and I'm bringing a gift. Thanksgiving. We all want to come around and eat together like we are in one unity under the heaven, under the place of Yah. And just imagine going to that Thanksgiving. You got to put a whole new you on. Every time you go around people, even around your best friend, you got to put a different person on. You notice that? Because you have to switch from the truth to the lie. Oh, Deborah, you didn't go there, did you? I think I did. That's sad, though, ain't it? How throughout the day you have to switch over and over and over and over. Why? Because to know truth, people are hurt by it. And you just can't have your true self, truth, and walking therein. I'm going to make sure what I'm saying to y'all is applied to me heavily. I mean, this is crazy. That's crazy. Just what I'm thinking about what I'm saying. Having to be, and that's the opposite who I am, y'all. Everywhere I go, I don't put on a different person to fit in with the lie. I put on, I don't put on nothing. I just be me. But I'll be ready. I'll be ready for them to walk up to me. I'll be ready for somebody to say something. I'll be ready, y'all. I'll be ready. No, I ain't finna switch up till somebody won't be hurt. I'm ready for truth. And if the truth you have to hurt, you're going to be aching, bro. You're going to be aching, sister. Because Sister Deborah ain't switching from truth to a lie just to be comfortable being in your midst. This is what causes people light not to shine. When people have that mentality, I got to switch over, I got to think different. People can say things and we just be in this state of mind of don't say. And yes, it is. It's a time to speak and a time to keep quiet. It is. For real, for real. It ain't important to always speak. There's a time to speak and a time to keep silent. Because when you come up on somebody that's full of lies and you can see the energy in them that, hey, nothing you can say that can switch my life. I've been living it all these 60, 70 years, 80 years. You see, it's no need in you run up with truth. You see what I'm saying? So I say unto you, why? Let me hear from you. Why do you think truth hurt? What would be your own idea of why truth hurts? And then I'm going to be going to the Gospel of John, chapter 18. In the Gospel of John, chapter 18, and I want to start the Gospel of John, chapter 18, and I think is that right? Nope, that's not it. Where did I go wrong? 38, that's what it is. The Gospel of John, verse 38. The Gospel of John, verse 38, and it reads, the Gospel of John in verse 38, it reads, Pilate said unto him, what is truth? And when he had said this, he went out again unto the Jews and said unto them, I find in him no fault at all. Let's stay with the Gospel of John, chapter 18. Let's start with 37 and then go into 38 to kind of hear why Pilate asks Yeshua, what is truth? So Pilate, therefore, in verse 37, therefore it said unto him, art thou a king then? Yeshua answered, thou saidest that I am a king. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I unto the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. You hear that? You hear Yeshua sitting here telling him that he is to bear witness unto the truth. Do y'all see that? Now, you know how I told you that all of us came down here with truth, but all of us didn't use the truth that we come down here with? But here go Yeshua said, for this cause I'm come into the world, that I should bear witness of the truth. See, those that are the spiritual seeds, our mission is to bear that witness of that truth that we came down here in with. You see? So you see the difference in those who came with the truth, who will not bear the witness, and those who come down bear the witness of the truth. That's to show you that you shouldn't be buckling up to the lie just to be around people and just to get along with people. Stick with the truth, because they came in the world just like you did, with truth. Listen to this. Watch this here. Yeshua said, "Thou said it that I am a king. To this end was I born." So what did he tell him? Born and in. Born and in. Okay? So he's letting them know I was born for this reason. Watch this here. For this cause, I unto the world. This is the purpose of me coming into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. You see that? He's bearing witness of that truth that's in him. Now watch this here. Everyone that is of the truth, heareth my voice. You see that? Everyone that is of the truth, heareth my voice. Why? Because they too have bared witness to the truth. So when they hear his voice, they can bear witness that, hey, wait a minute, this is truth. So when you get on live and you get on YouTube, you go into the church and you preach and you teach and you travel all over the world and you teach and you teach. People are bearing witness to people's flesh messages, but they're not bearing witness to truth. You see, they're bearing witness to the lie and not the truth. So then Pilate said to Yeshua, verse 28, unto him, what is truth? I don't think y'all get it. Right then, Pilate is actually saying, what is truth? As if it is identical to the way I told y'all. It came with you. He's asking it as if, wait a minute, what is truth? And Yeshua telling him, truth, I come down here to bear witness. And everybody else that hear it, my voice, they too are can discern or recognize truth. And Pilate is like, wait a minute, what is truth? He's asking him, what is truth? Look at 38. What is truth? And watch what happened. And when he had said this, what did he say? What is truth? But notice what it says. And when he had heard this, when he had said this, I don't think y'all see the power. It snuck in. Y'all don't see the power, how it snuck in. Watch, it snuck in. Look at 38. Pilate said to Yeshua, what is truth? And when he had said this, he went out again unto the Jews and said unto him, I find in him no fault at all. Why? Because truth spoke. You see how that happened? Yeshua told him, for this reason I come here, to bear witness of truth. And anybody that's likened to me that can vouch truth and hear my voice, they too come here. So Paul is saying, well, wait a minute now, what is this truth? Let me go out here and tell these people, ain't nothing wrong. This man ain't done nothing. Why? Because truth spoke. That's how important it is for you to stick with truth. Don't feed the lie, y'all. Yeshua told him straight out, for this cause I come here, to bear witness of the truth. And anybody that hear my voice, they too. will bear witness of the truth. Pilate said, hold on, what is truth? I want to know what that is. Wait, let me go out here and tell these people. This man, I found no fault in him. All because what? Truth was spoken. Likewise with you. When you speak truth, let truth speak itself. Speak it and let it take from there. Because that's what it did right here. Truth caused Pilate to go out and tell the people that he found no fault in Yeshua. Why? Because truth was spoken. That's it. That's how truth rumbled. But what people do today, they would rather get with those that are lying and fellowship with them and let them lie than to get, if you're in their midst and around them, tell the truth and watch what truth can do. That's the power of truth. I like what Yeshua said. He said, I'm a witness. Listen, I know y'all didn't get it. He said that I'm a witness to come to bear witness be a witness to the truth. That's what Yeshua tell him. I'm a witness to this truth. And anybody that hear me is likewise a witness to truth. And I say unto you, same thing. If you are a witness to truth, if you are about spirit and truth, don't get around people. And if you can't hold yourself or refrain yourself from embedding their lie, walk away. Don't get involved in it. Walk away. Okay? Okay. And it's a double-edged sword. I hear you. It's what one already know, but refuse. Very good. That's the whole, y'all know how you nailed that. That's exactly what it is. That is exactly what my whole message is about. Having it, but yet refusing and wanting to do what is over on the left side than what is on the right side that's already in you. They refuse it. That's why he said in Romans 1, I put it in there. It's in them. It's manifested in them to know the truth. I put it in them. So they ain't gonna be without, they're gonna be without. So that he says, so that they won't be without. In a sense, they're refusing and they going the other way. So you said it's what one already know but refuse or maybe can't accept it. Exactly. And when they can accept it, that's where the hurt is at. Because they know something to be what is right, but they always do what is wrong. And that wrong is more comfortable for than what is right. So they continue to stick with what is wrong. I believe the truth hurts because it's painful to accept who one really is. That is a good one too. That's true. That's also a part of the hurt of truth. That's why it hurts. It's the part of having to accept it to be what it really is, truth. When we have saw it to be one way and one way only, the lie, then when it come down to saying, okay, you mean all this time? Let me tell y'all something. Did you know, I know y'all didn't, but the way y'all has already judged us is based on all the lies we lived, we told, we walk in, we talk in, and we chose not to take the truth that was in us. And what did Yeshua say? And bear witness of it. He said, I come to bear witness. I come to the world to bear witness of truth. You see what I'm saying? So when I'm telling y'all, these people on these platforms teaching flesh and lies, they have no spirit and truth. They have no light to their messages. How did they and how can they be able to have so many likes and so many subscribers? Because the people enjoy the lie. They want no part in the truth. They just want the lie. They want to live the lie and die with the lie. Okay? So that just, but I like what Yeshua said, because I mean, I never really gave that a thought the way it said. It said, thou said it that I am a king. To this end was I born. To this end that I'm about to end, I was born for it. Okay? And for this cause, this is the cause, I come into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. He's bearing witness. But listen to what he said. Everyone that is of the truth. You see? That's why this is why we can't make everybody what they are not. I know we love our people. We love our best friends. We love our co-workers. We love our families. But we cannot place them where they don't belong. Because what happens, you begin to live the lie. While you placing them in the order of a lie, you begin to live that same lie you placing them in the order of. But the beauty of it is when you know truth, live in it, walk in it, talk in it, let your light shine in it. You don't have to interfere with nobody else. You don't have to go and make somebody believe your light or believe your truth. No, your truth speaks for itself. Look how, see, I don't think y'all see it. You don't see it. Y'all just do not see it. Pilate's sitting here and Yeshua telling him that I come here. I was born for this reason, to this end, to be a witness of truth. And everybody that's a witness of truth is what he say, is that hear my voice, they too. Instant. What did Pilate say? Pilate said unto him, what is truth? Why? He's born to be the lie. He want to know, wait a minute, what is this truth? Why would a man, now I want y'all to just think of this for a minute. Why would a man that is said set up the crucifixion for the Messiah, why would he say, what is truth? What is truth? Because y'all, guess what? He never used it. So he asked him, what is truth? And then he said, it says, and when he had said this, when he said what? What is truth? He walked out and told the people, no, I find no fault in this man. See what truth can do? You just speak it and let truth show up and show out. You don't have to be arguing with people. You don't have to be battling people. The main thing, stop trying to convince people. Stop thinking you're going to bring the light into their living. You just have to be the light. They got to see your light shine. They got to see you speak spirit and truth and keep it going. When they see you speak spirit and truth, your head up, and you just about what y'all called you to be, truly, something in them say, wait a minute. That's what I come here for too. It's what's in you. I want that. It ain't that I want it. I feel that I got it. I want what you got. I want my light to shine like yours. You see? But what we're trying to do, we are trying to take the truth and give it to a world that has no part in truth. Look at Pilate. What is truth? He seriously don't know. So even if he didn't know, look at the power of truth. When Yeshua spoke it, what did Pilate go out there and tell the people? I find no fault in this man. Is that true or is that a lie? Pull up. I know it went over your head. That was a big one right there. Listen to what he said. Pilate said unto him, what is truth? And when he had said this, he went out again unto the Jews and said unto them, I find in him no fault at all. You see that? You see that? You see the power of truth being spoken, driven him to do what? To tell truth. There you go. See that? There was no fault in him. The Jews knew there was no fault in him. That's just give you the type of people that Yah has been dealing with. When you speak of them, that's why I was saying they can sit and say, we the true Jews, we the true Jews, you the true fool. Because you still crucifying the servants of Yah. You're not listening to them. You're not taking heed to them. You're not listening to spirit and truth. You're not having the light. But you're on the other side, making sure you get as many as you possibly can to go through the broad gate with your subscribers, with your likes. Okay? Right. He spoke it. That's what I'm telling you. You said it. That's what I was trying. That's why I kept repeating it. And I kept saying, y'all letting it go over your head. He turned around and spoke truth. After he just asked him what was truth. How you gonna ask it and turn around and speak it? That shows you what Yahshua was saying was truth. And that's how truth don't need nobody on this left. It don't need nobody on this right. And I try to teach y'all that truth gonna stand alone. It's gonna stand alone. Any situation you're in, you speak truth, pull away, just speak it and leave it there. Don't battle with nobody regarding truth. Truth don't need to be battled. It's not a warfare. Truth is truth. That's why all this stuff that's going on, I keep trying to tell y'all, are lies. Everything going on in this world are lies. And people are eating it up like a full meal deal. Ain't nobody standing on no truth, y'all. Ain't nobody going in the area of truth. They want no part in truth. Yeah, they want no part in truth. And let truth bust itself wide open, because truth can say something, make somebody think second. Because look what Pilate did not. He still turned him over to be crucified. But look what he said. Once Yeshua spoke truth, he came out and told truth after just asking what was truth. This is an example of how Yah want us to understand why truth hurt. It's because it's got that type of power in it, child. Truth has that type of weight of power, authority within it. Okay, now watch this. So let's go to Psalms. Let's go into John 14. In the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 6. In the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 6, Yeshua said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the eternal. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So see, that truth that he's speaking of is what I be saying to y'all. When I say spirit and truth, that's what that's about. And that's why I say they don't come over here bother me. Why? Because the weight of spirit and truth is too heavy. They stay in their lane. Why? Because they enjoy the lies. They can stay in their lane and enjoy the lies and still get more subscribers and likes and support than Sister Deborah will ever. Why? Because the lies. The truth, the people don't want. They want the lies. And it's so rooted in them, y'all. They come down here to serve the lie. That's how rooted in them. And they have no idea. That's why you can see people going to church for 70 years and they turn around and tell you they never believed. I'm for real. It's a habit, not a habit. It's just a way of manipulation or wanting people to think that they really into even the Hebrew Israelite movement. It's all that is role playing. All that is clowning. All that stuff is acting a fool. People just out here portraying roles and talking and teaching, but is it spirit and truth? They don't want that. Why do truth hurt? That's why. They don't want spirit and truth. That's why it hurts. Okay? I have a problem with Pilate asking those fools, Yeshua and barbarian. Yeah. Wait a minute, what was that? I have a problem with Pilate asking those fools, Yeshua and barbarian. Barbarian. Okay. But yeah, they here it's actually telling you that the way is truth. We cannot exclude truth, y'all. We that take that truth that's in us, we the one that bring it forth. We're the one that are the light. We're the one that takes it spirit and truth. Just imagine all this truth that everybody received and no one out here light is shining. That don't bother y'all? It shouldn't bother you, but just the thought of it. If they light ain't shining, they're not speaking spirit and truth. They're not. Well, what is this world is about? The world in which y'all knew that wouldn't accept truth, but it didn't stop him from putting it in. I'm gonna tell you another thing: grace and mercy. He didn't say when I ain't giving him no grace and mercy. No, he didn't. He poured it out. This is the part where you see that this creator likes to make sure that he does things in decency and in order. He didn't take grace and mercy and pour it out on those who was in truth. He poured it out on those who wasn't in him, those that were. That's that grace and mercy. This is, it goes to say that, it goes to say exactly what I'm saying as far as someone just, let me just do this here right quick. Someone just text something here. So the ideal, the whole ideal is okay, that grace and mercy he poured out evenly like the sun, the rain. It don't just go on the those who are come to verify truth. It those who are untruth. So you just got to think that a lot of things, you have to think about all these things that the Father gave everybody. It's something to think about. It shows you the type of creator that it really exists, you know, and how even he's about doing things in decency and in order. Let's put it pretty much say it like that. So here Yeshua was talking in John, the Gospel of John, chapter 14 and verse 6. He was talking about, he said, Yeshua said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the eternal. No man cometh unto me, unto the Father, but by me. When I saw the I am, that's when I seen Hamashiach in there. But it's still showing you where truth resides. Okay. Now, when I get to Psalms, let me get to the Gospel of John, chapter 17. I got to go there. The Gospel of John, chapter 17, and verse 17. The Gospel of John, chapter 17, and verse 17, it reads, sanctify them through truth. Sanctify them through truth. not through thy truth. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. You see that? Thy word is truth. Now, what you're going to read, what you're going to understand before this here message is over, that y'all put everything there for any and everybody to be able to really make it back. If that's if that's no, it ain't. They ain't gonna make it back. It's because he already know they're not. But it's just so awesome to know that here in the Gospel of John, chapter 17 and verse 17, it says, sanctify them. That means set them aside through thy truth. Thy word is truth. So you see how he set aside. He set him aside by his word and his truth. So why are people preaching all this other mess? That's why I was telling you, all these people talking about dreams and vision. How you going through all these dreams and vision, and he telling you to tell the world it, as if the world understand his truth. You get what I'm saying? So this is why I say all this here, prophets and prophetess doing all this prophesying, y'all, that's all false. Because when you finish, where is the truth? And what would the truth look like? Warning the world of something that's already been prophesied, and no one in the world knows truth at all. So all of those that take heed to you and listen to you, they have no truth in them. Because if they had truth, they'll know that what you're teaching as far as dreams and vision has no detachment to truth. And what did Yeshua say? I was born to this end, to be a witness of truth. So shouldn't that be, we should be the witness of truth? So why are we a witness of dreams and visions that has no light, there has no spirit and truth, but have all these people sit back and they will support these people, protect these people, they will boast these people, they would just tear you down in the name of these prophets and prophetess that's telling them dreams and visions. Why? Going back to where we started, the lie. They're supporting the lies. But what is it doing to their spirit, man? Their spirit is anorexia. Their spirit has no truth, y'all. That's why their spirit don't have no truth. Because they prefer the lies. Going back to this. Remember I said to you all, a lot of people be saying, King James 16:11, all the lost books, all the found books, they go on Amazon finding and getting all these books, the Enoch book, the book of giants, a book of something and something and something. There's no end. That's what Solomon say. They're going to be searching devil. There ain't going to ever be no end for them. But what are they searching? The lies. Why? Why would you call all those books of lies? Because they lead you not to the bosom of the Father. If these books will take you straight to the throne, in it tells you the way to the narrow gate and how to get to Yah and really manifest everything from the throne level and how it orchestrated all things that we may worship and still turn everything back up to him. These books are just telling them what took place way back then. And that's what they're content with. I call those lies. When my Father is not exalted, magnified, glorified in all these books, to where when they come out of them, it was about this person, this person, this person, this person said this person said that, Enoch said this, Enoch told us this, Enoch did this, they said this, and all the books is about what somebody said. But where is spirit and truth? Where is the light that takes you to the narrow gate so you can find your way to the bosom of the Father. It ain't gonna find him. And then one of the books, whether it's lost, yep, they gonna tell you all the things that you didn't heard, and you maybe got even some things out of the scrolls. But what is it going to do? Did Yeshua took all those books? No, he spoke truth because truth was already in him. All he had to do is speak it. You see? Have y'all ever heard where it says, don't be worried about what to say? That at that moment, the Holy Spirit in you will speak through you. That's showing you right there. They don't want him. They don't want him speaking through them. They don't want him having the first and the last say so. They don't want the Holy Spirit to teach through you. They want the lie. So this is why it hurts. Why does it hurt? When all the servants of the Most High Yah would come before the people, especially the prophets, what would they doing? Finding ways that they can kill him. What way can I kill him? Why? Because it's hurt to hear them talk. That's why. I don't want to hear what they got to say. I'm going to kill him. One man. Why are you saying that like that? It's because that one truth can cause 10,000 people to get together to kill that one person. That's how, and what I'm meaning, trying to get y'all to really grip the idea, why do truth hurt? To the point of death, they would kill. See, a lot of you all had no idea why Cain killed Abel, and that's sad. It's sad. You really don't. He killed him because he hated truth. Abel stood on truth and gave his offering the right way. Cain didn't stand on truth, and he gave his the wrong way. So he was hateful because one did what was right, and he did what was wrong. Do y'all see what I'm saying? How sad that is? See, that's why I was saying, y'all, this thing is deeper than what you can even think you know. So this is why truth hurt. And today, being like a day like no other, it's supposed to be worse than it was yesterday. And it is. It is. The only difference is you're not finding the light. You're not finding anyone teaching spirit and truth. So ain't nobody out to kill those that's out here, because they ain't teaching nothing no way but the lie. They're teaching out of darkness and wickedness. They're believing the lie. So why would the lie, those who want to live in the lie, go taking out those who are in the lie, teaching them? They're not. See, back in the days, those people were speaking truth, and they wanted to take their lives. I'm just showing you how truth was always had a power punch to hurt. Hurt the what? The flesh. Because the flesh can't stand it. It won't know parts of it. And I mean, really, seriously, y'all, that's a sad thing. Let me go to the Gospel of John, chapter 4. Yep, since the beginning. So, yep, when we said it, when we talk about Canaan, yep, in the beginning. But would you believe that a lot of people wouldn't understand if that was the case for Cain and Abel? Why wasn't we seeing it? Why, in a sense, why did they take that out? Why didn't why is it you don't hear no one expounding on it in a way? And you know what, honestly, I never heard no one. I'm gonna be honest. But we should have seen that somewhere in there. Okay, but it wasn't seen. The Gospel of John, chapter 4 and verse 24. Yah is a spirit, and I can't get people to understand that. A spirit does not have flesh, y'all, so it can't have melanated skin. Yeshua can't be melanated or black or African American or Negro or whatever. People mindset want the lie, and they want to make the lie to be the same thing that they believe on the earth. They wanted to believe it in the heaven. Now, in verse 24, the Gospel of John, chapter 4 and verse 24, Yah is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. There you go again, y'all. There goes spirit and truth. So when you hear Sister Deborah saying spirit and truth, and put this in your backpack, spirit and truth in the light, I'm just not just giving you anything, but going back to what he says. Pilate asked him, well, what is truth? That's how the mindset is today. What is truth? But the power of truth itself. Don't need nobody on this left, on this right, in front of it, nor in back of it. It stands alone. Okay? It stands alone. Truth is Yah. Exactly. There you go. And that's why they don't want it. They want the lie. You see? I'm going to tell you the truth. You know why I got this board back here? These are all the things truth hold. You see what I'm saying? It holds all of this. And I was reading it and I was like, wow. So even just thinking about those, the righteous belief, faith, and fear and hope, all that is attached to truth. So here in the Gospel of John, chapter 4, verse 24, chapter 4, verse 24, Yah is a spirit. What is it people don't understand about that? And they that worship him, oh, wait a minute. They that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. That's letting you know your flesh has no detachment to him, nor truth. This is why they want to believe the lie. And this is why do truth hurt? Because it's the flesh. It don't want no part of truth, because truth is wrapped in spirit and truth. Do you get the point I'm making? So the flesh has no part in that. So that's why it hurts to even hear truth, because it's nothing they can apply to their flesh. So that's why they don't want to hear it. They don't want it because it does nothing to their flesh. They can't apply it to their flesh. Okay? So when you get to Psalms 31, in the book of Psalms, chapter 31, Psalms 31 and verse 6. Psalms 31 and verse 6 and 7. I have hated them that regarding lying vanity, but I trust in Yah. Let's go back over that. Is that my verse? Psalms 31 and verse 5, 6, and 5 and 6. There it is. Until thy hand I commit my spirit. Thou hast redeemed me, O Yah, of truth. So remember you said Yah is truth. There it is. You see it? David is crying out to the Father. Listen to what he said. Psalms chapter 31, verse 5. Unto thy hand I commit my spirit. Thou hast redeemed me, O Yah, of truth. Okay. Verse 6. I have hated them that regard lying vanities, but I trust in Yah. Now you see how he did that? David put exactly what I've been saying earlier, the lie. Though people cannot go both ways. It's no such thing. I can be a liar and I can rest in the things that is lies and rest in the things that are true. No, you can't. In your mouth, you can. But it ain't gonna get you nowhere but 6 foot under. And after that, the lake of fire. Because he's not going to accept you playing both roles. Now listen to what he said. I have hated them that regard lying. Didn't I tell you? So he's sitting here saying that Yah, the Yah of truth, he's telling him to commit his spirit unto him, that he has redeemed him. Who? Yah of truth. I have hated them. I have hated them. I have hated them regarding lying vanity. See, you can't accept the lies, y'all, and then want to wobble in it, then want to sleep in it and play in it and add it into your living and thinking that you can walk around here with truth. No, you can't. You either going to stay on one side and let those that are lies still see your truth, but don't come up out of your truth just to wobble in their lie because they hurt from truth. That's crazy. But that's the way it is, y'all. It ain't nothing we can do about it. And I don't think y'all want us to do anything about it because everything is set as it said from the kingdom. Everything is already set from the kingdom. So I come to this level of why do truth hurt? Listen to this. I was thinking today about why would the Creator want you and I to know that there is going to be a day of Yah. And he wants us to know that that day of Yah, the sun is going to give up its shine. The moon is going to disappear. And the moon is going to disappear. And the stars are going to fall out the sky. When? In the day of Yah. Now watch this. Why would he want us to know that in the day of Yah's wrath, the sun gonna be deleted, the moon gonna be deleted, and the stars gonna fall out of the sky, out of the heavens? Why? And then why do he want us to know that there is going to be a terrible day of Yah? Now he said there's going to be a day of Yah. There's going to be a day of Yah wrath, and there's going to be a terrible day of Yah. Each day is going to be surrounding anything that has been created that has the ultimate light, which is the sun and the moon and the stars going to have to give up their thunder, which is their light. Okay. Why would he want us to know that? Why is it important for us to know that? Why would something like that be important for us to know that? And this is going in that same area of how the weight of truth is. But they would rather believe the lie. And they took the lie and made it about 3 days of darkness like it was back in the days of Pharaoh and Moses. They took that lie, brought it to the forefront, and feeding that to us as a prophecy, and forsake the fact that the Father has already given the warning that there's going to be a day of Yah, a day of Yah's wrath, and the terrible day of Yah. 3 times did he speak it. And each time the sun, the moon, and the stars have to give up its light. Why won't we preach that to this world? Why can't we give that to the world? Why? How about that? You don't hear nobody preaching and teaching that. No, they can't preach that and teach that, Deborah. You see what I told you about the lies? Now, I'm like saying, but why would that be said and nobody take that to heed? You know what that would do? That would warn this world. You in trouble. But see, nobody want to teach it and preach it. They rather go way back to Exodus. Is it in Exodus? I think it is. Where Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh. And it was 3 days of darkness. And brought it all the way up to today. What about what he told the prophets that's going to happen in the last days? Why don't we warn the world about that? Oh no, we got to go to our books. I had a dream, and in that dream that he's going to make Donald Trump die, and he's going to let Whitney Houston, Beyonce did. Beyonce, he wants you to know did. Donald Trump, he wants you to know did. You see the lies? And their world is eating that mess up. And they others piggybacking on it. Everybody trying to get thunder from the lies. And no one wants to speak spirit and truth. And I said today, and I said, Father, you giving all these power punch warnings. It's even one in Revelation when it was talking about how the sun and the moon is going to, not the sun and moon, I think it's just the sun and stars or something like that. It talks about it even there. But no one is preaching and teaching it to the world to let them know my Father is coming. My God is coming. He gonna throw down. No, they ain't gonna teach it. They ain't gonna teach it. You don't see it nowhere on YouTube. You ain't gonna see it in no church, no synagogue, no temple, no priest, no pope, no bishop, no pastor, no apostle, no pastor, preacher, teacher, Maureen, prophetess, prophet, watchman, seer. Ain't none of them gonna teach it. So why would all of that be in your study guide and you don't say nothing about that? But you're quick to talk about 3 days of darkness. Oh, China got something they're going to cover the sun with. I sit back and I say to the Father, I see why all these things are happening. All of it is so clearly seen, and you see why it's happening. Because everybody on the horse called lie. So while they riding that horse, all of these things that's happening, it's going to hit a high level. And they ain't gonna know what hit them. Like I said, the days of Noah. Did nobody take heed to nothing? It was too late. Same thing with the 10 virgins. At the end, they want in their oil. You see? This is how this stuff is reality. How no one is taking heed to this stuff. No one is saying anything about it. You know why? Because people want the lies taught to them. They want to hear some female dreams and visions that she had 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, wrote down in the book. They bringing this mess up and feeding into the mass, to the multitude. But ain't telling the world, oh, wait a minute, hold up. The wrath of the Most High Yah is at hand. The terrible day of Yah. And then expound on it. All the sun gonna give up its glory. All the moon gonna give up its glory. And the stars gonna give up its glory. What is it doing? What they were created to do, they're not gonna be able to do no more. Nobody ain't even talking about that. You see, this is what I'm speaking when I say, why do it hurt to hear the truth? Because no one wants to hear it. Because the lies has felt their spirit to the max, to where truth is nowhere in them. The lies have went from head to toe to feet. From head to toe to feet. From head to toe, from toe to head. The lies, they so full of the lies to no truth can penetrate them at all. None whatsoever. And this makes them go back to what he always been telling me for the last couple of years. Don't think that you're going to be able to bring the light to someone where they're going to wake up. Same thing with truth. It's nothing you can teach them. But what did Yeshua say? Yeshua said to a Pilate, he told him that's why he was born to bring in truth, to be a witness to truth. And then he said, and everyone that heareth my voice, everyone that is of truth heareth my voice. So he's telling them, all the Yahs come here down here to recognize and witness to the truth. Those others, they here to tell you the lie, and they're doing an excellent job. It's still connected to the will of the Father. That's why they don't have no problem doing it and continue to do it, because there's still some connection. Another thing that I noticed, when he speaks of, they should know you by your fruit. They should know you by your fruit. They shall know you by your fruit. The fruits could also be this, but it's more so the fruit of your spirit. So I would say to the Father, okay, Father, how do you know me by my fruit? Since it's the fruit of the Spirit and it's in my spirit. He said, Deborah, as I taught you before, it's the same. It's not going to switch up, because the question you bring me, it's going to be the same. Anybody can answer. Listen to what I'm going to ask you. What is the Father saying when he says, they shall know you by your fruit? Anybody? Do y'all know what he mean by that? They should know you by your fruit. And let me go there right quick. Anybody know what he mean? They shall know you by your fruit. I'm going to show y'all something. I can't even seem to get. Oh, that's the wrong one. Anybody know? Okay, someone says, so we won't be deceived. She would lose her channel following. followers if she told that. Yeah, you true. That's true. That's true. And I guess that's why they hold all of them, most of them hold on to it. Your patterns, okay? Someone says, by your action, by your living. You living by living truth. Okay. They shall know thee by your fruit. First of all, do we know what the fruits of the Spirit is? I'm trying to find this one page and I'm all over the place. They shall know you by your fruit. Your fruit that Yah has invested in you. The fruit of the Spirit. You hear that word, spirit? So how will someone know your fruit of the Spirit? How would they know your fruit of your spirit? How would they know? How would one know your fruit of your spirit? How would they know? How would those that's in the world know the fruit of your spirit? Anybody know? By your character. Okay. Someone said character. So someone said it again. How do you show up? How you show up. Okay. By your actions. Okay. Okay. Let's say the fruits of your spirit. It's in your spirit. Okay. Let's go back to Abel and Cain. We understood that one gave an offering one way and the other one gave an offering the right way, and the other one gave the offering the wrong way. So it really wasn't that Cain killed Abel because he gave his offering the right way. It's Abel's spirit, that Cain's spirit went after. And this is why you all don't understand, and you won't understand why you see so many things happening today. It's spirit and spirit. It's not flesh and flesh, y'all. Yah is allowing the battle to show up and show out. Because for so long we took on the battle in the flesh. Mm-hmm. Now people hating you. You thinking they hating you because something you did, something you said, the way you look, the way you. No, baby. They hating you because of what's in you, your spirit, man. So the fruits of the spirit is what's in you. People hate you because of who you are in the spirit, who you belong to in the spirit. So if you got two individuals and one is the serpent seed and one is the spiritual seed, how dare you think that the serpent seed is after you because of your flesh, your personality, your characters, your actions? No, the serpent seed spirit is only after your spirit. It hates your spirit. You see? And the spiritual seed hates Satan's spirit, the serpent seed spirit. So the Father says, vengeance is mine. Letting us know that we don't go after the serpent seed. Okay? Because he has to go after the serpent seed. So what I'm trying to say is that everything we have invested in us is in our spirit. It's not in our flesh. You see what I'm saying? What happens with meekness and humble? I had my page here. I don't know how I misplaced it. The fruits of the spirit, long suffering, endurance is also. All of these things are in our spirit. Okay? But what happened is the serpent, those that's of the dark, attacks us because of what we have in our spirit, not what we have in our flesh. You get it? So Cain did not attack Abel because of what he was given his offering. He was attacking him because he was the serpent seed attacking the serpent seed spirit, attacking the spiritual seed of Abel. You see? Even though he killed him in the flesh, it was about what he felt in the spirit. And it was about what he was going after in the spirit. A lot of that is going on even to today. He said they would know you. It says they shall know you by your fruit. Let me give you an example. Have you ever been in a situation where somebody don't like you and you don't know why? You ain't done nothing to them. You ain't taking nothing from them. They just simply don't like you. And you don't even know the reason why. Have any one of y'all ever been in that type of situation? That's because the fruit of your spirit has the fruit of the spirit of Yah in you. They're coming after your spirit, man. You see? Not so much after your flesh. Now, they may take actions on your flesh, but guess what? Their flesh don't know why it's taking action, but their spirit is what hates you. And your spirit hates them. That's Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15. And this is what we all are missing in this whole world. We fighting the battle of the flesh while they fighting the war in the spirit. And you all have so many out here battling that don't have a human body. You can't even see them. They out here warring. Because now they work in principalities. Now they on the earth, warring with each other. And we still in la la land, thinking this here thing is just between flesh and blood, and it's spirit, y'all. He said we don't fight against flesh and blood. Letting you know the real fight. That's all he said to us. Rest in the spirit, and it's one hating the other. Which one? From what level? The spirit level. They're hating each other, and they take the actions on the outside of what's on the inside of them. Is hate. So when you talk about mental illness, this is why people, when they display mental illness, it always leads to death. Did y'all ever notice that? It always leads to death. Mental illness always end up killing. Why? Same thing with Cain and Abel. The world category it mental illness, but it's a spirit, that individual spirit that is within them. And not only that, just imagine if that's the type of spirit that is in them, that's just that cuckoo clock. Just imagine what their seed is like. Their blood is their sperm, and their seed is like. You see? So it's the battle in the spirit realm that takes course in the natural. It was already working in the in man. Do y'all know that The medication for mental illness is always given to people for them to depress the thoughts and the feelings of the mind, to bring it to a level where it can't function at its norm. And the moment they stop taking the medication, now the war of the spirit is at war still against its own flesh. When he said we are our own worst enemy, I know a lot of y'all don't want to believe that, but you don't need to believe it. But you're going to always be your own worst enemy. And how you get out of that is letting Yah be greater in you than anything on the outside of you. Then therefore he can tame all of that to where you won't have to be your greatest enemy or your worst enemy. And the fruit of the spirit is what gifts you have from the spirit realm of Yah within you. He that does not have that in them, they spirit identify your spirit having it. Ain't that sad? And you don't know you got it. That's the truth though, you guys. You don't even know you got it. But because you don't know that you have it, the darkness know that you have it. That's what they hate on. You be trying to figure out, well, what did I do? What did I say? What, you know, you ain't gonna, ain't no reason. And that's many of people, even to today, many people are going through things. They trying to figure out, well, wait a minute, how did this happen? And why did this happen? I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything, but why is this happening? Now let's look at Proverbs 16. In Proverbs 16 in verse 6, it reads, in Proverbs 16 in verse 6, it reads, by mercy and truth, iniquity is purged, and by fear of Yah, man depart from evil. So you see the investment of this here of Yah. It takes man from evil. This is why these brands is important to recognize within yourself. 99.9 can't find these brands within them because they don't know nothing about the spirit realm. It rests in your spirit. So here in verse 6, Proverbs 16 and verse 6, by mercy and truth, iniquity is purged. See what truth can do with your sin and iniquity? Do away with it. That's what truth can do. But if you live in the lie, you piling up with iniquity and sin by great numbers. You have no idea how your numbers is rising. Okay? And then it says, and by the fear of Yah, there it is, men depart from evil. So if you see all this that's going on now, they don't have this. They ain't departing from nothing. They're not going to. Now watch this here. Proverbs 8 and 11. In Proverbs 8 and 11. In Proverbs 8 and 11, it says, for the wise is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared. Wisdom, not wise. Wisdom, it says, wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. Now, what's that? Wisdom. And what else we got? We got knowledge. And we got what? Understanding. You know what these are, y'all? These are all detached to the spirit as well. You have wisdom in the flesh and you have wisdom in your spirit. You have knowledge in your flesh and you have knowledge in your spirit. The Father, Yah, is understanding. If he's in you, that's what you have, understanding. These are also things that's in your spirit. Okay, so when you read here, for wisdom is better than rubies, he's letting you know this spiritual wisdom, y'all just don't know who Yah is in you. So that tells you there that you don't have any business thinking that you should be living the lie with everyone else. Stick with the truth, no matter how it might hurt someone on your left or on your right. Walk in that truth. Live in that truth. Speak in that truth. Let your light so shine. Speak spirit and truth. Because you're going to find yourself either on the left or on the right in the days to come. It's going to identify who you represent. Everything is going to be revealed first and foremost to you. Many people know who they are today. They rather stay right where they at, where they have come to know themselves, than to move anywhere else. They don't care about what's after this old living. They say they'll cross the bridge whenever they get to it. Right now, they're going to live this living out in the words that gives them pleasure to their flesh, which is the lies. And this is why truth hurt people, because the lie makes them feel good. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And I will say, search yourself. Know which side you're on. I think that's what we all need to keep asking ourselves. What side are you on? Make sure you're on the right side. And I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in live. And I, Sister Deborah, says, shalom and shalom.